Hi, I'm Brenda. I'm sometimes known online as Tamana, and I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2002. This is my entry for You Can Do This. Now, I've known about diabetes for years before I was diagnosed with diabetes myself. I've had family members with type 2 diabetes. I've had colleagues, doctors, and it's pretty common, so it was not a completely out of the blue thing for me. Now, this, I know some people it has been. For me, it wasn't. Now, I've seen what diabetes can do to people. It killed my stepmother's father. Slowly. Piece by painful piece. I've also seen people live for decades without any complications at all. My childhood orthopedist. I would have never known he had diabetes except that my parents and grandparents told me. He lived for years without complications up until the very, very end. Now, the difference is, at least to some degree, that my orthopedist paid attention to his health, paid attention to his diabetes, and my stepmother's father didn't. Now, having diabetes can be difficult. And consider the huge difference in your diet that you have to make sometimes. You have to keep saying no to food at parties and social events. And then suddenly, for seemingly no reason, you have to say, please get me some food now. I'm running low. You're running low? I thought you had diabetes. Yeah. And doesn't diabetes mean your blood sugar is high? Yeah, normally. But, you know, those shots that I take or those pills that I take, those can make me go low if I don't eat enough or if I don't eat at the right time. And right now, it's made me go low, so I need food now. Okay. Well, on top of that, diabetes can stress your marriage. And a lot of people have had problems going high or low in the middle of having fun with their spouse or trying to play with their kids. It can also just stress it because your spouse and your kids refuse to eat the sort of healthy foods you need to eat to stay alive and to stay well. And then add to that the increases of doctor expenses, pharmaceutical expenses, time expenses. You spend time at the doctor, you spend time at the pharmacist. You lose time at work because you're too high to work, you're too low to work. You have a doctor's appointment, you have a pharmacist's visit, you have a diagnostic test, and not just your job, but that's time away from your family, time away from your hobbies, time away from living life. On top of that, sometimes if you have diabetes, you have to have a rigid mealtime because that's when your insulin is peaking. That's when your pills are peaking. And then, to top it off, if you're too high, you can't eat. I made all this food, and I'm running way too freaking high. I can't eat it. It can mean, of course, shots, pills, medical devices clasped to you 24/7, 365. And then, of course, there's the glucometer, your little hallway monitor that says, get back in line. You're too high. You're too low. Get back in line. Yeah, my little hall monitor. But the payoff is big. Payoff is your life and your quality of life. Now, it has been said that God, or Allah, whatever deity or deities you choose to worship or believe in, that those deities will never give you a task you can't handle. So, whatever you may think at the moment, know that you can do this. You can do whatever it takes to live with diabetes. And even if you don't believe in God, you don't believe in deities, even if you are an atheist, remember that millions of other people are doing the same things you need to do to control your diabetes every single day. If we can do it, you can do it. Still, that is a big thing to be tasked with, and sometimes we get tired of our doctors, our family members, our devices yelling at us all the time, saying, you're too high, you're too low, do this, do that, whatever. It's normal to feel overwhelmed at times. It's normal to feel guilty because you let living life come before worrying about your diabetes. It's normal to feel guilty because you let your diabetes come before living life. And it's normal to need help and support to get through the rough times. Now, the good thing is support is here. Support is available. You are not alone. There's a community of thousands of other people just like you. People with type 1 diabetes, with type 2 diabetes, with LADA, or type 1.5 diabetes, MODY, monogenic diabetes, gestational diabetes, pre-diabetes, and all sorts of other types of diabetes and issues with blood glucose management. And all of us are just a mouse click away. Now, we won't replace your doctors, your insulin pen, your metformin, your Januvia, your Byetta, your Symlin, your glucometers, but we will tell you what we did to get through the same issues you are trying to get through now. We're here to help each other at any time of the day, any day. Just a mouse click away. Now, just by watching, you can do this. You've reached out to this community. So just, let us know who you are, where you are, whether it's a town and city in real life, or whether it's a blog or community on the web, where you hang out in cyberspace. That's fine. We all hang out in cyberspace. And connect up with us. And just remember that when the going gets tough with diabetes, you are not alone.